So for my booth at the Expo, I've never done an Expo before. Can you tell me what should I be doing? What supplies do I need? What should my setup be? I have no idea.
So most important is you need to create a PDF. Put it in like a photo frame or one of those clear plastic displays with all your services.
Okay.
And you can have multiple. So if you have different services, make one for, let's say, your human design, make one for Site K, and then make one for what you're offering at the Expo.
Okay.
So you would say 15-minute sessions for $30 or $35, human design, and then also Site K or whatever, if it's a package, whatever you want to do. Then make sure you have a sign-in sheet. So you have your date, you have their name, times, the times that you want to do sessions. So you can do them at 15-minute time slots, and then give yourself breaks here and there. And then also don't feel bad if you are tired later, because you can always put in like fake names if you want a break later through the day.
Okay.
Then you have the time slot set up, then you have a space for their name, and then their telephone number in case they don't show up exactly at that time, and then which service they want. So if you are offering 2 services, then you would put in that space and they can say 15-minute human design. If they want to do a 30-minute session with you, I'm sure you can let them know that they just fill out 2 time slots or something like that. Also make sure you have gift certificates. Make sure the gift certificates are numbered. And then when you do the to and from, make sure you write down the to and the number in your own log so people don't duplicate it. Otherwise, they can just copy it and they can give it to their friends and family.
Ooh.
And then you'll be doing
That's really good
you'll
advice.
be doing free sessions for people, which you don't want. The other thing would be decorations for your booth. However you want to decorate it, like I brought some crystals and some fake plants, and even my fake plant drew people in. They're like, is that real? The other thing is raffle prizes, so that brings people in. If you have something that you want to donate, like a 1 free human design session, 1 free Site K session, and then get some kind of like container, whether it's a fishbowl or a box. Make little things where they just put their name and their email. Don't put telephone number because you're trying to gather emails for your newsletter.
Okay.
And then the day after the Expo, then you can do a live Instagram for the pulling of winners.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, thanks.
So do you recommend that for those of us who are going to be offering some kind of service that we do more like mini sessions? Like, do you think we should cap it at 30 minutes?
I think go see how you feel, and that's something that you can tell people. On the paper, I would keep them in mini sessions. If that person, because I had someone that did a session with me and they were like, I love this, can I come back and do an hour session later today? So then I said, sure, of course, if you want to, and if I had the energy to as well, because you have to make sure if you have the energy, then they just filled out their name for those time slots.
Right.
So at least you have that flexibility to kind of move it along how you feel.
And do you have people prepay for the session when they sign up? Do you think that that's a good idea?
I didn't do that. If you feel that works for you, it could. I mean, that way, if you have a lot of people, then that makes sure that you don't lose that time.
Right.
But also, if you're in a session and you're the only one in your booth, and they're going to that sign-in sheet, then you won't be able to stop and take their payment while you're doing a session with someone else. So that sign-in sheet is there for people that don't have someone else helping them out in their booth. So if you're doing a session, people can come, read what it's about, and say, I want to do a session, and write their name down in that time slot.
And can we have someone in our booth?
Yes.
We can.
Yeah, so you can have someone helping you for sure. And then if you want that practitioner build out for privacy, then it's $60 to rent that, where you can do sessions behind the curtain. But if your modality is one that you want people to see and be interested in, and you feel like they don't need that privacy, it's good to have it open, so that people can see what's going on and possibly be drawn to that. You can always have, just always have it set up how you feel that they would feel the most comfortable.
Okay.
And you can always rent the practitioner build out, and then open the curtains, and then when you want them closed, you can close them as well too.
Yeah, I love that idea.
Yeah, so you have that flexibility.
Okay.
I think that's it. Was there anything else that we...
When can we set up?
Oh yes, so you can set up at, our opening ceremony starts at 3 p.m. on Friday. That's where we're going to be doing the Qigong, sound bath healing, and millennium method. So we're going to be cleansing and blessing the space. Vendors only, all vendors come down. We're going to do a group session for the vendors as well as the space to cleanse, bless, rise our vibrations, and we're going to end the session with the manifesting with millennium method. So all the vendors will write a goal for what they want to get out of the weekend, and then I'll do a group session on everyone's goals with millennium method to clear whatever weaknesses you have to that goal to manifest it a lot faster. As soon as all of that's done, you can chit chat with all the other vendors to help get to know everybody, cross promote each other, help to share the community, and then you can start setting up. Okay. So you can set up on Friday after the opening ceremony or Saturday morning at 8 a.m. The doors will open to vendors. You have to be set up by 10 because that's when it opens to guests.
Okay. And I had a question, and I forgot.
Well, yeah, let me think. I know, okay, so all 6x6 booths come with a 4x30 table.
That was my question.
All 6 I read your mind.
No, you did. You probably did.
All 6x6 booths come with a 4x30 table and 2 chairs. And you get 2 side walls and then a wall behind you, all white drapes with string lighting across the top. 10x10 booths come with an 8x30 table and 2 chairs as well.
Okay.
And then if you want to rent more tables, especially for the 10x10 booths, you just have to let me know. The tables are $5, I believe, per table per day, and the tablecloths are $7 per table per day, and the chairs are $1.25, I think, per chair per day. So if you want to rent any of that, and the petitioner build out is $60 for the whole weekend, you just let me know.
What's the deadline for that?
I would say ASAP because we have to let the Blaisdell and our event decorators know.
Okay.
So as soon as you know, let me know because we can't keep going to them throughout the week. Just let me know right away.
Okay.
And then all the speakers as well. If you do have a PowerPoint presentation, just make sure you send me the PowerPoint presentation by Monday, which is
the 5th.
The 5th.
Okay.
Monday the 5th, because we need to put that into our system and test it out so that when we do come up on stage, it's already queued up, everything's working. And so all we need to do is mic you up.
Okay, and can that come in the form of a PDF?
Yeah, PDF or PowerPoint. That's fine. Yeah. And if you don't have a PowerPoint or PDF, we're just going to put your logo or whatever you want to be on that screen behind you while you're talking. So for your booth, we just ask that nobody puts anything on the front of their tables because we want to kind of keep this beautiful, uniform, peaceful storefront, and then inside is where you can do whatever you want. So imagine that's your store. So what would you want to display in your store? Your logo would be best, or if you had a banner to put on the wall behind you. And the best way to do that is to kind of safety pin the 2 corners of your side, or 3 of them, and then tie a fishing line to it and attach it to like metal hooks. So we don't know the exact diameter of those metal rods that ICS is using, but I know that it's a little bit thicker than shower rods. So try and get metal hooks that you can bend so that they're not like super coarse, and you hook it on and then pinch it closed. And then just hang it behind you, because then people will come and they'll see, oh, that's Fosia's store, or whatever that might be. But then the front will be this nice, peaceful, aesthetically pleasing space. So when people come in, they have that peaceful environment and they'll go directly to your shop.
And the lighting is going to be lower, is that correct? Like, is it going to be like super bright lights, like fluorescent lights, or what's the lighting?
We are going to test that out, but each booth is going to have string lighting across the top of it. So that string lighting is going to soften whatever, is going on at the actual booth.
Great.
Yeah. So booth setup, your booths have to be set up by 10 a.m. when the doors open, because we don't want people to still be setting up and guests coming in, because that just affects energy, as well as booth tear down. So booths do need to be broken down after the expo is done on Sunday at 5:30. So nobody can tear down their booth before 5:30. If they do, then that will affect the energy for everybody that's there, and we want to support all the vendors there, so we don't want to kind of give that feeling to the expo. And then you can move things out right after that. During the expo, you can't have your booth empty unless you're going to the bathroom or you're going to go grab a bite to eat. But if your booth's empty for a certain amount of time, then we're going to just take notes on that as well too, because that affects the expo and affects the guests. Because if they come in and there's an empty booth and no one's there, then it just doesn't have a flow to it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm excited.